Oh.
Hey guys!
Hey.
We are here after a really, really long
and strenuous journey.
Extremely long and strenuous journey. Wait, so before we begin, can I just say that my biggest pet peeve in the entire world, I think like literally out of anything anyone could ever do, is people that are incompetent.
That's fair.
So let me describe what just happened at Best Buy to basically set the scene for what our evening's been like. So I've kind of been like edging Abigail the entire trip because I was saying like, okay, we're going to film the pod this day. Then it was like, then we're going to film the pod the next day. And then today we were just like, we need to film the pod right now because
like,
Abigail
I'm leaving
leaves
tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow.
Literally tomorrow.
So it was like, it needs to happen now or never, basically.
Exactly.
And so we're setting up, we're figuring out how all of this works, mics, cameras, whatever this thing is that's like, controlling everything.
7:45 p.m. for reference.
Yeah. And we take out the camera and I'm like, wow, look how nice this camera is. And Abigail's like, well, where's the lens? And I'm like, the what?
Well, like I turned it on and I was like, hello, you're like a brown, you're not even a brown blob. You're just like a stripe of brown. I was like, I think you need a lens for this.
And I was like, what does that mean? What is a lens? What are you talking about? And she was like, I think we need to go like to Best Buy. And I was like,
and at that point it was 8:20 and
yeah.
Best Buy 35-minute drive away.
Closes
and when does it close?
9. And so we hopped in the car and we drove 35 minutes and we pull up to Best Buy and I was like, hi, like, is there anybody here that knows about cameras? And she was like, no. And then we were like, okay, well, can you send someone over that knows about cameras? So she sends over this other girl to us. And this is the girl we were primarily working with. And now I'm not going to be mean to her because I do appreciate her help. And it was the end of the night. But this girl had literally zero clue, number one, about cameras, and number two, about Best Buy in general or how to do anything regarding her position of work.
In her defense, her manager put her in at the last inning. It was 10 minutes before closing and the camera guy had left. So the manager was just like, you know about cameras, right? And this poor girl like did not really know about cameras. So I feel bad for her.
Yeah, I'm less sympathetic. But basically she was like, we don't have any camera lenses here that might fit your camera. And Abigail was like, well, what about that one and that one? And she was like, oh, yeah. So she takes them out of the case. We're trying them on our camera. After we literally spend 15 minutes debating between camera lenses. Yeah. And I was explaining to her, like, we came here last minute because we really need this right now. After we literally spent 15 minutes debating which camera lens to get, she's like, I finally pick one, right? And she's like, but by the way, you know, like, we don't sell any of these in the store right now, right? And we were like, describe my face.
Bella was like frozen in time. Like, okay, you guys might not be able to see me very close up, but
I was literally so upset because what do you mean?
It was just funny because this is the one point where I'll say, and like, it might not even be her fault.
Wait, I'm still angry.
She didn't know what was in stock, right? She was having us
but she could
like try these things on our camera. But then she was just like, oh, by the way, these aren't in stock.
She was like, by the way, just so you know, like, you can't get these right now. And we were like,
oh.
What do you mean you just let us try on camera lenses?
It was just kind of silly, you know?
And it wasn't like, it was like the middle of the day and we were trying on camera lenses. It was like a frenzy to try to pick one before they closed. Like, I don't know what.
Anyway.
But I was like, as long as I can get this camera lens before my best friend leaves to go back to Boston tomorrow, I don't care what it is. I literally could care less. And she was like, okay, then let me look what we have in stock, as though we didn't just try on multiple lenses.
You know.
She's digging through. She's like, oh, I found this one and this one. And she's finding all the ones that she said they didn't carry there. The part that I really had a problem with was after she pulled out multiple camera lenses that she said, by the way, they didn't have there. Then they wound up having them there. Well, we can't buy that one because we haven't been able to test it. Do you have a tester of that one so we can put it on my camera? And she's like, no, sorry, we don't. And Abigail goes, well, isn't that it right there? And she's like, oh, I guess it is.
I don't think I said it with that tone.
Again, like why couldn't you check though? Like
I was just like, oh, like, can we try that one? Let's see.
And it was the one.
I was correct.
And we tried it on and we were like, so should we get jobs here automatically? And then I thought for a second that we weren't going to be able to buy it because we got up to the cash register and the girl was like, it's closed. Because it was 9:15 at this point.
But she found a working one. She checked us out. We left at 9:15. Thank you for your service.
I was really upset. And I really am just like, I understand that we were in a frenzy. I understand I was stressed out, but like, come on now. Come on, eh?
Come on now.
Come on, eh? Come on, eh? when the Best Buy girl really got to me was when Abigail put in her email address because she has like a Best Buy account. And the girl, the one that I find that was incompetent, said for a hot and spicy.
Like, okay, so what I would like to say is that the first...
You don't need to say anything because she shouldn't have said for hot and spicy.
She probably, like, to defend her, is supposed to say, oh, is this Abigail? Is this hot and spicy?
But she didn't even say it in like a laughing way. She was like, oh, for hot,
like, I think
spicy?
She was just confused. Like, I'm defending her, you know?
After like all the chaos that had just come into finding this camera lens, that was like the last straw for me. Like I couldn't really handle it anymore. Crazy. I was on my knees. Anyway, this is Abigail.
Hi.
One of my most amazing, most close friends in the entire world. Abigail and I go back a strong almost 2 years
Almost 2
now.
years. We're coming up on the 2-year anniversary.
And she actually went to the same college as me, but we did not meet in college.
Until junior spring.
We met in London when we were studying abroad. And now she's here with me. I am based in Utah.
I followed her to Utah.
And she lives in Boston. So she flew cross country just to see me. And I feel really special.
Oh, yeah, I did. Bella and I went on a trip to Edinburgh with Tufts. And then that's when Bella and I really bonded. And like we became besties right then and there.
I had just gotten cheated on. And I was like really in my feels. And for some reason, I had decided to go back to London after I got cheated on. I should have probably just stayed home and just, like, classes were over. I didn't need to go back to London, but I decided to. But thank God, because we wouldn't have been as close.
We wouldn't have been as close. We were, like, bonded at the hip. It was,
so we,
perfect.
like, became bonded because
we
I
did
needed
everything
someone.
together.
Yeah.
We did everything together.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was perfect.
But then, unfortunately, our mutual friend kind of fell off the charts because after I got cheated on, she texted me and was like, oh my God, call me, tell me everything. And so I did, of course, because I thought she was like a great friend. And then I low-key got ghosted. She literally ghosted me. And we have a few theories. My biggest theory is that she was actually doing long distance with her boyfriend at the time, like I was. And we think that maybe she like was only friends with me because I was also like wifed up and she wanted to be friends with somebody like that so that her boyfriend wouldn't be like, why are you hanging out with these girls who are trying to like find men? And like we weren't trying to find, like, I don't know.
And like I'm just not really like
boy crazy like me. Was that what you were about to say?
No. I just like I'm not super pursuant. I'll wait for somebody to come to me, you know?
Yeah. And so I think that like after she realized I was gonna go cuckoo crazy, like trying to find the love of my life, she was like, oh, I don't really want to hang out with you anymore. I don't know. What are some funny things that happened in London?
Oh, too many to count.
A lot of really
ridiculous things. Are you thinking of something specific? Or?
Well, I'm thinking of FODI.
Oh.
And I'm not sure if you guys... What FODI? I'm not sure if you guys have ever heard of the acronym FODI because
I think Bella may have coined it.
I really think I made that up.
Yeah,
I need to get that patented.
But it's like important, you know? I think this is going to be the new Biffle.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys remember Biffle?
This could totally replace Biffle.
Yeah.
So FODI is an acronym, FOTY, Friend of the Year. Abigail has been FODI too many times to count. Like, Abigail is like FODI, but biannually. Like, is that like twice?
Oh, like FODM, Friend of the Month.
Oh, FODM.
That's a good one. FODM.
Okay,
Wait,
yeah. She's been FODM multiple times because she has really gone above and beyond to, in these first instances, it was to wing woman me.
Yeah, of course. What can I say? I'm loyal.
Is a good wing woman. Like, if you need a wing woman, it's
I'm better at wing womaning than I am at flirting, okay? Right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And both times it had to do with one of my biggest kinks, which I would say is bodyguards. Bodyguards, bouncers. I would also add in like DJs, convicts, and Uber drivers into that list of men that I'm attracted to, but
I haven't helped wing women any of those.
No. But for instance, the bodyguard thing is really big. So to start, the first time that Abigail was FODI was, I think this was like in May of 2024. So if you've heard of The Box, it's a pretty like prestigious club, I would say, to get into. There's one in New York and one in London. And I went with my other best friend, Hannah, in London. And we beat our faces for approximately 4 to 5 hours before we even stepped foot into the city of London because we knew we needed to look our best to gain entry into this club. And we got there really early. So we're one of the first people and we were the first group in line. And, you know, I like to make small talk. I'm pretty outgoing. And so I decided to strike up a conversation with the bouncer. And I was asking him, what can we do to get in? Like, is there any hacks? And he was sort of laughing at us, but he was in a flirtatious way, kind of bantering with me. And he was like, you need to compliment this lady that comes out. And nobody in the crowd is going to know that she's the determining factor if you get in or not. But you guys have this inside scoop. So when you see her, you have to be like, oh my God, your hair. Oh my God, your dress. So Hannah and I really put ourselves to work. He kind of motioned to me when she walked out. And I was like, oh my God, stop right there. Who did your hair? Oh my God. Oh my God. And Hannah was like, oh, that dress. Where is it? I need it right now. Send me the link. Send me the link. And we really overdid it. And therefore we were accepted into the club. Yep. And we were admitted, first people. And we were really excited. And I didn't really think much more of the bouncer until I got wasted. And we were incredibly drunk because we were the only people pretty much in the box that were there without some sort of person bringing them in or like tickets or anything. So everyone kept coming up to us and being like, who are you guys? And we felt really special. And the manager was like, drinks on me all night. So Hannah and I started gulping down drinks. It was probably not good. Guys were getting us drinks. Like, we were drinking. And suddenly my entire thought process was like, where is that bouncer? What is his name? And how do I find him? And honestly, I didn't really get to find him. I was definitely searching. But on my way out, I hugged him and I said, I love you. Goodbye. I'll miss you, or something like that. And that was kind of it. And it was honestly tormenting me. And, what if that was my husband? What if that was him and I just fucked it up? And so one day I was out with Abigail. And do you want to tell what happened? Because I low-key kind of forget.
Okay, so we were having dinner. And then Bella was like, oh, like, we're kind of near the box. I forget where we were having dinner. But, like, we had, like, a checklist and we were checking everything off. So we were at dinner, kind of near the box. And Bella was like, you know, we're kind of near there. And it's the same day. And it's kind of around the same time. Like, maybe we should try to go see him, see if he remembers me. Because I kind of wish I had gotten his number. I kind of want to get his number, you know.
His name, his Instagram,
his name, his Instagram, see where we can go with this. And I was like, okay. I got you. We're going to go. Were we in sweats? Yes. Like, we were not planning to go into the box. Okay?
I did not look cute. This was the opposite of what I
always
looked
looks
like.
Cute. Shush.
So do you.
Shush.
This was the opposite of the spectrum as to what I looked like at the box. Like, box, my prime, my peak, the best I've ever looked.
But, like, we were dressed like we are right now, I would say, right? Like, minus any makeup.
But we're literally just standing there outside of the box in our fucking sweat sets. We look redonkulous. And we're just crouching there, like, waiting.
Yeah.
And then I see him. And a slew of anxiety came.
And she ran around the corner, I think.
Right? I literally freaked out because I didn't expect to see him. And I literally was unable to regulate any sort of emotion. And then I think immediately I like turned, but he definitely had like caught my eye. He like knew that I was there. Yeah. He definitely saw me. And then I was like, oh my God, Abigail, what the heck do I do? Oh my God, blah, 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 blah. I was being crazy. Yeah. That's my normal like state of mind. But usually.
Then what I said is I was like, he already saw you, so you have to like put yourself in the forefront now. And then like Bella just kind of went up and like waved, and he was in the middle of doing something, but he was like kind of gestured like, oh, I'll come see you in a few minutes. And then what happened?
Did he come like kiss me on the cheek?
He came, gave you like a smooch on the cheek, a hug, and
I was like, do you remember me? And he was like, of course I remember you.
Of course I remember you, Isabella. So he remembered. He remembered her name from her ID because they never introduced themselves.
Yeah. I don't go by Isabella
Okay.
Ever. So he literally was like, of course I do, Isabella. And I was like, and then he like hugged you. Like,
yeah, he was like, nice to meet you.
He was so friendly. And I had like crazy butterflies. And he took my phone number and he was like, I'll text you. Like, he was really sexy. Yeah. Unfortunately, Tyrone wound up being like 38 or something.
And he was like, nah, like
he wasn't interested in
too much of an age gap.
I was 20 at the time.
Which honestly, like, I respect, right? Like, because he was like, oh, you're cute. I thought you were older.
Right. And he said, babe, how old are you? I never asked. And I said, you tell me first. And he sent IRL emoji. And I said, how old do you think I am? And he said, how old are you, Belle? Come on. Not sure. 23 to 26 question mark? 21, LOL. I said, although I was 20 at the time. And he said, LOL. And I said, are you 34? And he said, I'm too old for you, babe. Sad faced. I fucking think you're hot too. Fucking for sure. And I said, age is just a number. I'll be 22 in September, although I lied again.
She would be 21 in September, by
He said, babe, I'm 37. Gutted. He wound up like pretty much like a couple days later said that he wanted to hang out with me, but I was literally leaving at this point. Like I was going.
Yeah.
I was leaving. And he was like, have a safe flight. When I come to the US, I'll let you know. And I was like, okay, I'll never forget your sexy smile. And then he never answered me. So that was that story. The next time Abigail was Fody also involved a bouncer. And we went to Roomba specifically to see him, correct?
I think we like had stuff to do in the area, but we went over
to Roomba.
Specifically like to see him.
Yeah. And we were at the bar, invited me to like hang out with him during his 5-minute break. And I don't really know what I was expecting. I definitely was being flirtatious. Well, he took me around the corner. We went outside. We literally left the bar.
You were outside?
Yeah.
I thought you were like in like a staff only place this entire time.
We were in like an alley. We were like in the alley around the corner.
Oh my gosh. Also, it was not 5 minutes. It was like 15, 20.
Stop. Was it actually?
It was longer than 5 minutes.
Abigail was like intense Fody for this. He takes me outside. He brings me around the corner. We go into this alley and we just start making out like ferociously. And people are walking by. Everyone's looking at us. I don't know. We just made out. And then he was like, all right, I got to get back. And I
gotta get back to work.
Okay. So he brought me back down. I saw Abigail and I was like, all right, let's go. And we left.
And then we walked home.
And was that the last time I ever saw him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, right?
That was it. Like, that's all I remember. I don't remember his name. I probably couldn't recognize him from the crowd. He told
you were, like, the best kisser ever.
He definitely did. Yeah. I get that a lot, though. Yeah, no biggie. It's really good. Big. But those 2 times were definitely, like, Abigail being Fody.
Thank you.
Like, huge Fody. Abigail and I, both of our, like, primary obsessions in life are food.
Yeah. It's where we like to spend money. It's where we like to explore when we're traveling. And this is why, like, we're perfect travel partners.
She's the best person to travel with because, first of all, our OCD comes out in, like, the same ways sometimes with, like, planning.
And in ways which defer too.
Yeah.
But we both love to like intensely plan the day.
And we plan our trips pretty much around food.
We literally, like, the reason we went to Bologna is because Bella heard it was the food capital of Italy.
Literally the gastronomical capital.
Literally, there's like nothing really to do there.
Besides eat food.
Except there was that woman who was trying to get us to go to clubs.
Oh my God. What about the guy at the lobby in Bologna?
Oh my
Wait, so there was this guy in the lobby at the hostel we stayed at in Bologna, and me and him had the craziest banter that I've ever had with anybody in my life.
The chemistry, the banter, it was off the charts, and I was just there like...
She was like, holy shit, like, are they about to go fuck in the back?
This is crazy.
I don't even know what we talked about, but like at one point we were asking for like a phone charger because I had left mine somewhere. Oh my God. And I was like, do you have a phone charger? Like,
no, but Bella said, so what if my grandma's dog, it like came here like 3 months ago and it left a phone charger and like I was supposed to pick it up. And then he was like, oh, but he was like,
he like made me really nervous.
Like, raising his eyebrow, like Bella does. And I don't know, they were just, and then... Okay, the other thing is Bella got the phone charger, right? And, like, we were talking up in the room about, like, how, like, yeah, he was kind of cute, but, like, the banter was off the charts, right?
Wait, we, like...
Ow. Ow! Okay.
Wait, we, like, went back down. Multiple times.
We went down, like, 2 or 3 times, like, for pillows.
Oh, my God, we were like...
we went down for, like, this... For, like, a pillowcase or a sheet or something to try to get a drink, but the bar was closed. And then, like, one time
He kept seeing us.
He kept seeing us and talking to us. And then one time we were going back in the elevator. Bella was like collapsing, laughing really loudly. And then he laughed. But he like did a fake laugh. Like Bella was like dying. And then we heard, ha, 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 ha. And I was like, okay, so we're
not explaining this good enough. Like, I'm telling you guys, it was really sexy though between us. Like, in Bologna, they're known for, what is it? Like,
mortadella. The region made like mortadella, parmesan,
balsamic vinaigrette,
vinegar, tortellini.
We literally ate so much. We went and got gelato multiple times a day, and we went back to the same place multiple times.
Yeah, because so we probably...
Oh, they're known for they invented gelato.
Yeah, gelato. We tried probably like minimum 4 gelato places, but then the best one, it was like Vecchia, right?
Oh, yeah.
We went there twice because they also have ice pop. They have like gelato pops. So one time we went to get the gelato, and one time we went gelato pops. Gelato was better.
It was amazing. It was so incredible.
Good. And everywhere gave you a free cookie with gelato.
Yes.
Right? Which is not true other places in Italy.
So I literally recommend if you want to eat Italian food to go to Bologna.
There's not much to do other than food.
We were there for 3 days.
Apparently there is nightlife. Like, I'll just say, like, people meet Bella and they just, like, fall in love with her. And, like, there was this woman who worked at this clothing store, and she just like,
oh my God,
she just wanted to chat with us. And then she was telling us like, it was her boyfriend, right? Her ex-boyfriend worked across the street, and she was really mad because she tries to flip him off when he walks by, but I think she missed her chance to do it today, and she was talking to us about how it was like really irritating. And then she was like really trying to get us to go out with her, but we're like, oh, like we only have one night here, and we're only here to eat. Like we're only here to eat.
Literally.
We literally like...
Wait, did we like fly in like at like 6 a.m., do the whole day, spend a night, and then do the whole day and then take like a red eye back?
Exactly. Okay. We flew in, like we woke up at like 3 or 4 a.m. to go to the airport.
Wait, was that when we got driven to the airport by like my friend?
Yes, driven to the airport by Bella's friend, Uber driver, unofficial Uber.
Wait, so I made this friend, not like a sexy Uber driver, like a regular Uber driver, and we wanted him to...
It's crazy.
We wanted
not
him...
Not a sexy Uber driver, but a regular Uber driver.
Just like a regular run-of-the-mill. And we wanted him to pick us up at a certain time, and we like couldn't find him. And it's like 3 a.m. and we're like in the dark.
And we weren't sure if he was going to come because it was an unofficial ride. So we were like looking at Uber prices, and then he pulled up.
And then it turned out he was there the entire time, and he was just sleeping in his car.
He was sleeping in his car waiting for us. And then Bella and him talked the entire car ride.
But I thought we were going to be late the entire time. I thought we were going to miss the flight.
But we didn't.
But on the way back, we almost missed the flight. And we were like sprinting through the airport.
And then we flew back, like we got in at midnight. So it was really crazy. And then the person in our hostel, we only had one other person in the hostel room, and she wanted to talk to us so bad because she just got in from her train. But we're like, we're trying to sleep so we can go eat and then go back to our flat, please.
It was really ridiculous.
But the person who worked at the clothing store really wanted us to go out. But then, okay, do you remember that face she was making?
No, wait, we have to do it.
I can't. She was like,
what?
She was like, she put her mouth like, and then she was like, do you guys know of any clubs? Because I know of clubs.
What?
And then she was like, I'm going out tonight. If you want to go out, I'm going out tonight. I don't know what you guys are doing. We could go out tonight.
Wait, the whole while I'm trying on like the sluttiest
Also the entire store.
Right. Yeah, pretty much I had the whole store in the dressing room, but they were like the sluttiest tops of all time. And I came out like my boobs are literally showing. She's like, bravo, like amazing. Like you look incredible. And I was like, well, thank you. Thank you so much. Good. It was really crazy. I actually have that top here. I really like that one. That was a good find. We went to York also pretty much just for the food.
Yeah, York. Home of the Yorkshire pudding, and I really wanted to try one. And then
the York peppermint patties.
The York peppermint patties and chocolate. There's just like so much chocolate factory. So many chocolate factories.
We went to the York chocolate
tour
factory
there too.
That was amazing.
Yes, it was amazing and beautiful.
It was really cutie. I remember being like, oh my God, because I think York is where Kit Kats are from.
Yeah.
I forget. There was like some other things, but Kit Kats are my favorite.
Oh yeah. Dessert. Did we do a Kit Kat thing?
That was at York. That was at the York factory.
At the York factory, yeah.
Chunky Kit Kats are like the thing that fuels me to continue living.
And we found one yesterday.
We found one yesterday in Utah, Salt Lake City, Utah.
In Salt Lake City. Well, actually, I was in Draper.
True. Which I think is part of Salt Lake City.
Oh,
I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
I don't really know. But basically, I have a large obsession with chunky Kit Kats, and I eat them a certain way. I ate my Kit Kats in a surgical-like way before the Kardashians were doing it. That's always what I've done. But chunky Kit Kats...
I didn't even know that about the Kardashians.
Wait, yeah, they like
I know
put
nothing,
out a tutorial.
Like, next to nothing about them. I'm sorry.
They definitely copied me. But chunky Kit Kats are so satisfying to dissect because like you take... Oh my God. Your mouth like forms perfectly around the outside and like the chocolate separates from the wafer.
For reference, it's like the height of a regular candy bar. Like a Snickers or a Three Musketeers.
It's like...
But
chunky.
it's a Kit Kat, and it has like,
and the chocolate is intensely good.
Yeah,
like almost too rich. Like yesterday when I was eating it, I forgot how rich that chocolate is, and I couldn't eat all of it in one sitting.
I didn't get a bite.
But what?
No, but it's Kit Kat, so it's like I know chunky Kit Kats go to Bella, you know.
Yeah, but I used to like eat one every single day before class in London because I would get it as part of my meal deal, like the Tesco meal deal.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so that's what I would do.
That's so good.
But when we went to York. Do you want to share what happened to you at the restaurant where we were getting the Yorkshire pudding?
Oh, yeah. There was like the male host. I think he was a host or a waiter. I don't remember. But he was like kind of staring at me. And when we were leaving, like I remember talking about like, oh, this guy's kind of staring at me. Like, is that like is he into me or what? And then
he's definitely into me.
I was just like, you know, I kind of have to, I read things with a positivist lens, I would say. Not actually true. But then we were walking out. Literally, we also went to this like nice restaurant, just ordered a Yorkshire pudding. We were like, no, we don't want the roast. We just want the Yorkshire pudding and the gravy because we were like, we have to have it. So like
in York.
Nice restaurant. We dropped probably 8 pounds there.
Yeah.
Like, and then we were walking out and the guy was like 10 feet behind us staring at my butt. At my butt.
Ass is fat. But
I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, Bella, like, I think he's into me. He's staring at my ass. Like, I'm actually a little uncomfortable.
And I was like, wait, he definitely is.
Yeah. I was like, why is he staring at my ass? And then a woman taps me on the shoulder. She works at the restaurant and she's like, I think you got your period. So this man just saw my period stains and like he wanted to be a gentleman and didn't want to make me feel uncomfortable. So he got a female server to like say something. But I was like, oh my gosh, I was hyping myself up. I was like, oh, my ass looks so good in these jeans.
It did.
Which it did. But he was like, I was like, oh, he's so into me. And then she just handed me some tampons wrapped inside of a napkin. So I am going to thank him because like he was trying to be respectful.
He was respectful for sure, but maybe he was also checking you out simultaneously. Like, he was like
he
oh, where's that blood? Oh, shit.
He could have been looking at my ass. Yeah. And then being like, oh. So, you know, also say that maybe he was into me, but it was a humbling moment. Because I was literally whispering to Bella, like, oh, he's looking at my ass. And then that's when I got the tap on the shoulder. So
wait, my like word of the year is gyat. Gyat. And I don't say oh my god or oh my gosh. I say oh my gyat. And everyone's always like, why are you saying that? I'm like, oh my gyat.
I never say that. I mean, I don't say oh my gyat, but I never judge somebody for saying that.
Oh my gyat. Like, so far, have you been enjoying post-grad life? Or like, do you miss college?
Well, last year of college was not the best for me.
Yeah, me either.
So I don't miss certain aspects of it.
It got worse as the years went on for me. Like, freshman was peak. Senior was valid.
I would say my junior year was peak.
Senior was pit, hole in the ground.
I think my junior year was, I would say freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Okay. I think it was like freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
But you met me.
Okay. Dave met Abigail. Go.
Oh, it went all downhill after
no. Like Dave met Abigail near.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I was definitely happy to be leaving Tufts because I feel like 4 years is enough.
I feel very removed from Tufts. Like,
Me
even
too.
though we've only been out of it 6 months, I just like completely don't even remember it.
That's so true. And I feel like, you know, I've actually I've been lucky because many of my friends, not all of my friends, obviously, but many of my friends are still in the area and I still connect with them. And I even go to Tufts campus sometimes because some of them live on the campus, but it just doesn't feel the same. And that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that.
I go back for work pretty often and I like see these kids walking around and I don't even recognize anybody. Well, speaking of college, I feel like there's a few things that happened in senior year because so Abigail and I didn't know each other until we came back for senior year. So that was like kind of our only
That was our first
year.
time knowing each other on campus.
Yeah. So I feel like that was our only time where we really hung out, but it was amazing. We made the most of it. I feel like one of the most prevalent memories from fall of senior year was my 21st birthday.
Yes, that was a time.
My 21st birthday, by the way, was the only time in my life where I've actually blacked out. And like, that's the day to do it.
It's the day to do it. And
it was a little extreme.
I would say no. I'm never gonna say that Bella is extreme. Okay. Also,
I don't remember any of it, so I'm gonna need you to tell this.
And that's okay because it was your 21st, and you knew that you had lots of people around you keeping you safe.
So basically, we rented out a hotel room.
Actually, I think speaks to the power of female friendship that she felt comfortable blacking out to the extent that she did, you know?
But the issue is I blacked out before we arrived at the club.
That was an issue.
So basically, I rented out a hotel room in the middle of Boston and invited like my 10 best friends. And it was really fun. It was definitely like a mix of people that didn't like quite know each other, but it was silly. It was cute. And one of my research coordinators, like almost like a manager that I had in the lab, got me an entire bucket of Jell-O shots for my birthday. And so we had those.
They weren't even good.
No,
like,
they were
also I
disgusting.
make Jello shots, so I have my own opinions. But
They were disgusting.
They were really bad.
We had champagne, we had rosé, there was wine, and I only know this because I've seen photos of myself with this.
Yeah.
That one like classic photo of me. I'm like, so before we even arrived to the club, I blacked out. Like the last thing I remember was going down in the elevator to walk to the club, which I purposely made like a 2 to 3 minute walk because I knew what club we were going to because I got a table there.
Yeah.
But I don't remember even entering the club. I don't remember paying for the table.
Do you remember trying to get photos at the rooftop?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then we took the elevator down and then that's it.
So we took
and then I woke up the next morning.
photos in the suite. The suite, not the room.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was a suite.
We took photos in the suite and then like there was a balcony and then we tried to go up to the rooftop to take photos, but the weather was not good.
Can we first describe what I was wearing?
Bella was wearing like
a few strings.
It was like no. It was like a bodycon dress, but essentially like the straps were like this, okay? So it went like not the straps. The front was like 2 pieces of fabric which like covered your chest, but they kind of barely, right? But it's okay.
I know you can't tell from this exact view, but there's like a lot going on.
There's like triangles. There's like triangles. Do you know what I'm saying? So it was like okay, this is the way to explain it.
Okay.
The chest was like 2 diagonal pieces of fabric, which had some holes, but like it was covering part of your stomach and your chest, right?
Part.
But the issue with like the strips of fabric is that they can move around with movement. Or just move around.
With any sort of movement.
As they wish, right? So Bella was blacked out from the time that we were going down, and we were carrying her to the bar where we had a table. And
the only videos I've seen of myself from my birthday are videos of me with no shoes, no socks, completely barefoot in the middle of the club, dancing around, jumping around with my tits literally dangling out, full nipples, full areolas.
This is dramatic.
And I'm like smiling bigger than I've ever smiled in my life.
This is a dramatic way to put it.
Photos of me twerking on the DJ booth with both of my tits just hanging out.
And then but I was picking it up. I was picking up the dress constantly. So
every single person in the club saw.
Yeah, and then the other thing is that there were some kind of like creepy guys who were like trying to grab at her. So me and the other girls were like swatting them off while also simultaneously pulling Bella's dress up.
The whole time I'm like, what? 21! To be honest, I think that was like the best 21st anyone could have ever had. I think that might have been the only moment in the past like few years where I've had like extreme happiness. Cause like I think when I blacked out, my brain only was just like, oh my God, these are all my best friends, like all in a room.
It was fun.
Every video of me, I've never seen a smile that large.
You were smiling so large.
Boobs out so much.
And that's okay. We're having fun. We're
full boob.
We're having fun. We're feeling free. And we have people to pull our straps up.
I was left without spring break plans, like pretty close to spring break. And I was pretty devastated. I was having a hard time. And Abigail came up with some amazing plans that we should go to New York City. New York, concrete jungle where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do. Now you're in New York.
We went to Chelsea Market and we got that food.
Oh my God. Wait, what was that? Because I've been dreaming of that ever since that like hamburger.
Oh my God. It was like,
hamburger pocket or something?
It was like a pita pocket with hamburger and they griddled it. That was really good. I should have gotten that. What I instead got was noodles. And then like Bella and I were walking and we were sitting in the train station for like 10 minutes and we were like, does something kind of smell like garbage sewer?
Garbage sewer.
And then we were like, oh no, it's fine. It's just where we're sitting. We got on the train. 5 minutes when we're sitting on the train, we're like, it kind of smells like garbage sewer. It was my noodles. They didn't taste that. They didn't taste like garbage sewer.
Then she proceeded to eat them.
Like they tasted fine, but like you kind of had to hold your nose. I don't actually know what the scent was, but because they tasted fine. But Bella's cheeseburger was better.
Yeah, that thing.
I think it was Miznon.
Yeah.
Miznon.
That sounds familiar.
Miznon.
Amazing.
Yeah, really good.
And then like the last thing that I felt like was like really prevalent senior year was spring fling. So if you don't know, Tufts has this event every single year called Spring Fling. It occurs in the spring, and it's low-key the only time the entire year that tough students like get out and party.
And Darty. Like this
and Darty, the only Darty of the year.
And like I guess some people Darty at homecoming, but like I never did.
Yeah, I did one time.
And it's not that serious.
And it was raining.
Like Spring Fling is like a serious Darty. Everybody does it.
And you need like wristbands to get into the frat. It's like a big thing. And Tufts is never like that. And I feel like the tough students get super rowdy. You know, I'm talking Borgs. I'm talking everyone's blackout. Well, this year I felt like I pretty much contained myself, but I did it with Abigail and it was really fun.
Yeah, well,
I think
I
barcoded. Is that what it's called?
What?
Like when you like are in and out. Like I don't necessarily remember the entire time.
Barcoded?
I thought that's
I've never heard
the term.
that.
I don't know.
Never heard it.
I could be lying.
I decided that like I wanted to be a host so bad. I wanted to host things, but I was determined. I was like, this is my I never like hosted a party, but I was like, this is my last Spring Fling. I need to host a Darty and it needs to be good. It needs to be good. I reached out to everybody I knew and I said, invite everybody you know. Everybody you know. It was insane.
It was the party of the year. It was the pody.
I think it was good. Like random people were there. People were using it as their pre for the frat. People were using it as their post for the frat.
Wait, and her mother bought her a slew of alcohol.
My mom got me so much. She took me to Costco and got me so much alcohol.
Abigail's finally hosting a party.
She was so happy. But then she was like, I'll buy you the alcohol. You have to buy the snacks. Yeah. So that was the rule. She was like, so we had food. We had like the bagel kits that Tufts gives you, like breakfast bagel kits. They call them Brunchables. So we got the Brunchables. We got chips. I got donuts. And then I made Jell-O shots. I made punch. My friend made punch. And then we had seltzers as well.
And this is the reason I was drunk. Now I'm understanding.
Like, it was everybody left that party really drunk. Which also, were you at my SBN party?
Yeah.
That was also a crash out day for everybody. Because I still had a lot of alcohol left over, so I had a party before the last senior bar night. That was also sad. It was a crash out
Abigail
day.
like made a toast. It was like really special.
It was kind of nice.
It was like bittersweet. It was like there's this app that goes live at Tufts called Jumbo Smash. And wasn't this like the first or like one of the first day of Jumbo Smash? It's basically a Tinder that the CS students code that has every single potential single in the grade. And it's like one last chance to fuck all the people that you've been wanting to hook up with all 4 years of Tufts. Some crazy people swiped on me. Like every single one of my ex's friends swiped on me because I like liked everybody because I wanted to know if they liked me. And I like matched with like pretty much the entire grade. But my Jumbo Smash profile definitely was like sent around to the entire grade. For some reason, people really like to talk about me at Tufts. And my Jumbo Smash profile was definitely a little risque. It was like...
I thought it was perfect.
It was really good. It was actually funny as fuck. And if people thought it was weird, well, then they like didn't deserve to even know me at my time in Tufts.
Agreed.
But it was like really crazy. Anyway, that's I feel like why senior bar night was so crazy that night because people started going home with the people they were matching with. Like I hooked up with this guy the entire last week before we graduated that I was like obsessed with literally only in that week. And then we graduated and we never spoke again.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. We graduated together. Like we had the same small graduation ceremony. And then he was like, I leave tomorrow. Like I would love to say goodbye to you. Do you think you could come give me some head? And I was like, I never answered him. He actually recently added me on Snap. He said that
in person?
No, he texted me that. That was the last thing we ever texted. I didn't answer, of course. Like, are you kidding me? And then he wound up adding me on Snap recently. So I, like, hate Snapchat. I got rid of it my fall of sophomore year of college because I was talking to this guy and he, like, ruined my life pretty much for all of college. But this was the beginning of us talking and he, like really bothered me. And, like, Snapchat killed me because all I wanted to do was talk to him. So I wound up deleting it and I never got it back. But my little sister just went to college and she told me that I needed to download Snapchat so I could keep up with her private story. So I decided to download it, but I only wanted to add her. Like that's the only friend that I want on Snap. So I downloaded Snap just to stalk my little sister. But a ton of people, I guess, got a notification that I got a new Snap account because everybody started adding me. But this guy added me, had me added for 2 weeks and then unadded me because I didn't add him back. The first time I really saw her was this summer when I was kind of in a pickle. And what happened was I was supposed to go to Boston for work and my boss had rented me out a hotel. This was like early September.
Wait, is he going to find out from this podcast that you didn't stay there?
No, I don't care.
Okay.
So he rented me out a hotel, and I had a friend. Basically, this is a really weird story, but one day I was at a research conference at Columbia University in the city. And basically, I went to the gym because I needed to leave the conference. It was like a little bit too much for me. I was hungover from the night before. And so I went to the Columbia gym. I had to like sneak my way in there. And I was working out. And of course, the first machine I sit down at is the hip abductor machine where you're going like that. And I had set the weight way too low. So I was like, and basically the machine broke. It basically snapped in half, like my muscle. Like
Because she's so ripped.
So ripped. And I wound up sitting there trying to fix this machine for, I want to say, like 20, 25 minutes. I'm down on my knees trying to fix it because my OCD is like really related to exercise. It's not really anymore. I've kind of gotten past it. But definitely in college, it was like, okay, if this was my workout plan for today, if I didn't do it, I would have like died. So I needed to do it, and I needed the hip abductor machine. So I'm sitting there trying to fix it when all of a sudden I look up and there's a glowing light in front of me, and it's a man wearing a Tufts shirt. And again, we're all the way in New York City, and Tufts is not a big place.
I don't know if I know this.
Are you kidding?
I'm serious.
Oh my God. So I was like, ah, and I'm not wearing anything Tufts related at all. I look up, it says Tufts Rugby, and it's this man who like was semi-attractive. And I was like, Tufts? And he was like, what? And I was like, Tufts? And he was like, yeah, I went to undergrad there. What's happening? Like, are you okay? And I was like, oh my God, I broke this hip abductor machine and I go to Tufts. And he was like, why are you at Columbia? And I was like, I'm here for a research conference. Why are you at Columbia? And he was like, I'm doing my master's here. And I was like, oh my God. So we wound up talking. We were just like reminiscing on Tufts. He'd graduated in 2020, so a full 5 years before me.
Wow.
Yeah. And we were just like chatting, having a good time. He was really sweet. And we wound up like exchanging phone numbers. I met him for drinks later that night. He actually met my grandma the following day when he came to say goodbye to me in the city. And I'd seen him a couple other times. One time we had hung out in the city with my French host sister. And another time he had come to Boston to see me when he was having his like 5-year reunion the week after we graduated, and he stayed with me. So anyway, like we'd seen each other a lot and we'd kept in touch. But he told me that he needed to go to Boston to visit his family in early September. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to Boston for work. And my boss got me this hotel. Like, if you took a train out to Connecticut, we could drive together and you could stay with me at the hotel. And he was like, okay, cool. So I pick him up, we drive to the hotel, and we get there, and my boss booked me literally the dirtiest, most disgusting hotel that you have ever seen in the entire like world. Like,
yeah, I saw the pictures.
Like, it was
not good.
It was terrible. Like a literal like 0.5 star hotel. And it like didn't have outlets. The shower was disgusting. It had dirt on the bottom of it. There was no AC. It was the middle of summer. It was terrible. But I was planning on staying there for sure. But I was like really glad this guy was there with me, because I was like, there was definitely like no lock on the door. I was like, if I felt unsafe by myself, like that would have sucked. But this guy was there. So we wound up laying there, hanging out for like an hour. And then he looks at me and is like, can you take me home? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
So it was like 9:30 and we'd gotten there at 8. So he had plenty of time to like tell me he didn't like the hotel. He was like, yeah, I just don't think I'm going to be able to sleep here. And I was like, wait, you're kidding, right? Like, I had gone 45 minutes south to pick him up from the train station, and then I'd driven an extra 2 hours. I'd stopped at this deli he wanted to stop at so we could pick up some sort of Jewish delicacy for his mother. So he's like, can you take me home? I put in his address. Yeah, it's 45 minutes away. So I'm like, I don't know, like, are you sure you can't just stay here? He's like, I'm really not going to sleep tonight. And I was like, okay, but like, I don't really want to stay here alone. And he was like, yeah.
27, by the way.
Yeah, he's older. And I was like, well, do you want me to take you home then? And he was like, yes, please. And like gets on his coat and hurries out the door. And I was like, well, once I drive 45 minutes, it's going to be like 10:30. Am I really about to return another 45 minutes to this shitty ass hotel by myself this time? So I drive pretty much in silence. I drop him off. By the way, I've never spoken to him since. And then I'm in the middle of Boston. It's 10:30 on like a Thursday or a Tuesday or something. And I'm like, who out of my friends would be awake right now? And I was like, Abigail. She stays awake pretty late. So I called her up. It also
wasn't even that late, but yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I called her up and I was like, hello. And she was like, hi. And I was like, what are you doing right now at this instant? She was like, nothing. And I was like, well, can I sleep at your home right now? She was like, what? So I wound up like crashing at Abigail's house and going to work the next morning.
Also, I did not say what. I said yes, but let me ask my parents first.
And they were amazing, and I got a good night's sleep, and I didn't feel unsafe. And I literally had canceled.
I'm glad you didn't feel unsafe in my home.
I felt great. But that guy, he's so done. Like, he texted me, and I never responded. Also, by the way, he didn't ask me, like, did you get home safe? Did you find a place to stay? He texted me, like, 2 months later and sent me, like, some funny, like, thing that he thought was funny. I don't know. Literally insane. Took the free ride. Literally milked it.
Took 3 free rides, by the way. Pick up to the station, ride to the delicatessen.
Wait, before I even picked him up at the station,
home.
He asked me, like, could you get me in New Haven so I don't have to transfer trains to Waterbury? Mind you, Waterbury is 45 minutes away. New Haven's an hour and a half. I was like, no, I'm not driving an hour and a half south to drive 3 hours north. Anyway, I can't believe I even went to Waterbury for him.
I'm gonna email your employer.
Oh, he's unemployed.
How does he live?
He lives with his aunt and uncle, I think.
I'm gonna email your aunt and uncle.
Yeah, he's literally a sight for sore eyes too. Damn it. Why do I do these things? But anyway, Abigail was fody again at that time. Like, Abigail's just constantly fody. Yay. But what was really good about that meeting was we were able to plan for the Big E, which is another thing I wanted to talk about.
The Big E.
The Big E. And if you don't know what the Big E is, well, you're in luck because we know everything there is to know about the Big E.
I watched so much content to prepare us for this moment.
Yeah.
Lists were made. More lists were made. A final list was made.
And then we wrote like our non-negotiables. So basically the Big E is like a giant food fair.
Well, yeah. It's a giant fair.
It's a giant fair, but we forgot about that part.
To us, it's a food fair.
It was a food fair. Like, so many vendors. Oh my God. And we made like a giant list of all the food we wanted. And we like crossed off the non-negotiables. And then there's like these 5 houses that represent every single state of New England. And
6.
6 states of New England.
6.
Okay, she knows that. Okay, wait. Connecticut,
Bella's
Maine.
not from New England.
Connecticut, Maine, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, Vermont. That was fire.
Connecticut? Did you say
Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, Rhode Island.
You said Rhode Island twice.
Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont. Wait, don't tell me. Maine. Anyway, we ate so much food. By the way, we crossed off every single non-negotiable. We crossed off every single maybe, and we crossed off every single possibly. Like, we crossed off.
We ate so much.
I don't even want to know how much we didn't even count how many vendors. Like,
no, we should have.
Insane, copious amounts of food.
Like 20 probably at least.
Abigail had to Google what. Is it okay that I can feel the food inside my stomach right now? Wait, what?
Like, Bella really wanted this. You got the grilled cheese to go. Bella really wanted this grilled cheese, but she was like, I can't eat it. And then I was like, Bella, I can feel the food inside my stomach. You go get it, but I need to sit down. And then I Googled, is it okay that I can feel the food inside my stomach? And the answer was like, yeah.
Like, you must have overate. Yeah.
Like, you probably ate too much, but like, just stop eating.
Knew that.
But I was like, we still have the corn sundae. And the corn sundae was good.
The corn sundae was insane.
But we also went on their bargain day. So a lot of the vendors that we went to, we just got like a bite of food.
Yeah.
Well, like more than a bite, but you know what I mean.
A couple bites.
Like 2 bites, so.
Yeah. We really didn't miss anything.
We didn't miss anything.
If we had to decide between 2 desserts, we just got both. If we had to decide between 2 entrees, we literally were just like, yeah, let's just get both. You're only at the Big E ones.
And if we literally.
Yeah, it was crazy. We literally stuffed ourselves. I didn't eat for like 3 days afterwards.
Yeah.
And we brought home grilled cheese and cream puffs to go.
Yes. Yeah.
Last night I forgot to mention, I played soccer.
Oh, yeah. It was pretty epic. Bella, really good at soccer.
Really good at soccer. I was like the worst soccer player in high school. I sat on the bench up until graduation. I never once touched the field all 4 years. I was the JV junior. Very embarrassing, especially because I went to a small school in Montana where nobody had any talent. So it was quite embarrassing. And then in college, I kind of redeemed myself. I had my own intramural team. It was called Bella's team. I was the captain. I got to do the rock, paper, scissors in the beginning to see whose ball it would be. But honestly, I was never quite the star of the team. I was more just the leader, the captain, the hype woman. I never was really the one scoring, although I did try really hard. But yesterday, I was definitely influenced by a small crush. I have on a future coworker, minuscule crush. just like a little inkling of a crush. I have a future coworker who invited me to this soccer game. He kind of looks like the pinnacle of when you would like, if you typed into ChatGPT, please generate me a picture of a beautiful soccer boy, he would come up. And so I knew that I had to try my best.
But with a terrible haircut.
Yeah, his haircut is not the best. But he was wearing a headband when he was playing, so at least his hair was out of his face. But he invited me, and so I definitely needed to show off. So I came up and I was like, I don't care about the elevation. I don't care about the fact that I'm out of shape. I'm going to sprint to every single ball. I am going to forget that I'm clumsy. I am going to kick it. And to be honest, like I had some crazy passes, some crazy blocks. I blocked a goal from going into the net, or I blocked a ball from going into the net and scoring a goal with my thigh. And I also made a couple fantastic passes and even an assist to said man so he could score his hat trick, to which he was like, as he ran away. The best news about soccer was the fact that I really downplayed my abilities. I mean, honestly, like I wasn't even trying to underwhelm his expectations. Like I seriously was not good at soccer in high school or in college. And so I tried extremely hard to make it seem like I was going to be bad because I really didn't want him to think I was going to be good. But then low-key, I impressed both of us.
Like she was good.
She was good. Low-key, I was
impressed three of us.
Also, by the way, there was like 20 men and me and one other woman. So they didn't pass to me. They were super anti-woman. But I did the best I could. Yeah. I would literally be like wide open and a man would have the ball and I would be standing there like, open, open, cross, cross, here, behind you. Completely wide open. Literally nobody's on me. And he would instead dribble around me in a circle with like 3 men trying to take the ball from him, lose the ball, and then we'd get scored on when I could have taken the ball and dribbled up. Like literally, and he saw me every single time.
She's doing fish kisses.
So to wrap up this podcast.
What
I really want to do is ask you what you're looking forward to about tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow.
At our last day on our trip.
Well, I'm not looking forward to saying goodbye. Very sad.
So sad.
I'm going to miss Bella. Maybe I'll see her next week, but who knows?
Low-key.
If not, it'll be a while. And that's really sad. So what I'm looking forward to, my 44-ounce swig.
Yep.
It's going to happen.
She's been working her way up. So basically she started at like 16 ounce and then it was 24 and then it was 32 and now it's 44.
Exactly. We're doing it. And like I'm perfecting my order. It gets better each time. And then...
Did you share your order?
My 44-ounce order will be 2/3 sparkling water, 1/3 Coca-Cola. Vanilla cream, vanilla syrup, extra lime.
The memorization.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Thank you. Well, I have to be prepared, especially because I'm speaking to a real life person.
True.
So then?
Yeah. We kind of have a loaded day tomorrow. We're thinking about doing a chocolate tour, the Goodwill outlets.
I'm really excited for the Goodwill outlets. Never done that before.
She's never had Jack in the Box, which is like my favorite fast food chain.
Mini tacos.
They're insane. And the big tacos too are good.
And like I'm really excited to see the historic site Beauty Lab and Laser.
Yep, for sure.
And we're gonna go to the Swig right across from it, which I'm pretty sure
is the Swig
where some like housewives have gotten it. So
definitely
maybe Bronwyn.
So it's gonna be a pretty good day. I'm really excited.
Yeah.
I just wanted to thank you so much for coming on this podcast
gosh,
and being
I'm
my
so
first
honored
guest.
To be your first guest.
Yay.
Love you, Bellie.
And sorry about all of the really rough technical difficulties.
No, it's okay.
But I felt like that made a really good story.
I think so too.
Spicy and hot.
Hot and spicy. And I just want to say I'm so glad to be the first belly laugh. Hopefully I gave you a belly laugh.
Did anybody laugh?
Yeah, we laughed when we were talking with the hostel guy, I think.
Okay.
So I hope I gave you a belly laugh.
Please like, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and TikTok.
Comment.
And go check out my website, bellylaughs.com, for more information. And we will have a new podcast next week. Guest TBD.
Thank you for listening to me yap.
It's literally past 2 a.m., so we need to go to bed now. But have a really, really nice evening. And thank you for joining. My name is Bellie. And hope you had a ha ha ha.
What the fuck? Were you planning that for the past 5 hours?
Belly laughs.
Yes, we did it.
That was fire.
That was insane, by the way.